Right, this is the Ford Mondeo Mk3 2003 model, UK. It's the state turbo diesel 2 litre turbo diesel TDCI, and this video I am attempting and trying to remove the injectors, because if you look at some of my previous videos, one of them in particular, I'm losing power. It's cutting off, especially when I'm trying to accelerate or on cruise control, and the conditions got progressively slowly worse and worse. I've already done the obvious things like clean injectors, fuel cleaners. I've changed the didn't get a P1186 error code on my scan tool, but I nevertheless changed the fuel pressure regulator valve. That really didn't make too much of a difference. I've reset some of the injector values using my DS Autel DS 708 scan tool. That kind of made a slight difference. I've cleaned the map sensor here, and so time to do a biggish job on it, and it's the injectors. Strip and clean job, because I know in the past this car has suffered, let's say, the wrong choice of fuel to be used. So first thing, remove dipstick, the lid, and make sure you've got the radio code, because I'm going to disconnect the negative terminal battery. Make sure the car's well parked, and I've got all my tools out ready. I've got it laid out, so some tools there. I'll lay everything out on the clean surface. I hope it's not in the main. Make sure the car's been sitting for a while. Couple of minutes at least after you switch off the high pressure fuel's had a chance to return back to the fuel tank. Right, so I'll do those easy jobs. Well, the handy Haynes manual for the 2003, I don't think they make them anymore before Mondeo, which is a shame, but says to, before you begin, to clean around here. So make sure some brake cleaner or something. No dirt should enter the system. I've got bags to pick up, because these pipes, when they come off, they go inside, so they remain clean. I'm just going to soak it down with brake cleaner and then clean it off. Now, before I begin to take anything apart, it's worth noting the precision of these injectors. As you expect, they're pointing straight up perpendicular to the surface of this lid, which I'm going to have to take off. It's a case of taking the electrical connectors off first. I think there's a squeeze between the two cables, two bits of wire on the side, and it pops out. That's the return fuel thing, and that's your inlet. And it recommends in a book that we change all the pipes and stuff like that. It probably costs lots of money. I can't be bothered with that. However, if I do find an O-ring or something like that, I will change it, especially when it's the O-ring to the from the injector to the where it meets with the top of the cam, not the top of the cam, top of this, wherever it is, top of the piston. It's bloody cold, so the brain's not really functioning, so I take that into account. What was I going to say? Yeah, the precision of these is vertically straight up. Because when we mount them on and put them back in after taking them off, if it's wrong, because these are metal, it's not going to fit. It might be slightly off, and that's one of the things it recommends. It recommends some sort of special tool to guide it in, so it's pointing vertically up, but I haven't got that tool. And make note of the precision. So first job, so this is cylinder one, isn't it? Let's see how easy these comes out. So, okay, that's really soft. Okay, and the wires are really soft as well. Look at that, it comes off. So I'm just going to push that. backwards. A little catch, is it? Definitely, when pressing there, if it seems to release something, I have to press it in quite far. There's all them jobbies. One side and then the next. That's one. Electrical connector. Oh fucking hell. Oh, it's snapped up already. Superb. Not. Keep that one piece. I hate plastic shit to me. It's older. Just about keeping place. Yeah, I better take that off now. Bits and nice to keep. Right. So, carry on doing all. Next, there's a little plastic clip at the back, and it's just got the return valve. Be careful, this is tougher plastic. I don't think it'll. So no, I better not say that. So I think it just does that and it flips. Oh, that's nice. So that just flips over. Okay. It says to renew these, renew them. I think I've got loads of O-ring. It's worth changing them. Do the lead. That's easy to do, and I've got loads of them. They're purple, and I've got some black ones. And they're purple's any significance. So they just sit in there like that nicely. And they pop out 1, 2. Very easy so far. Alright, before I slacken these, I've numbered them 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because they might be slightly different. So I was thinking about covering these. I should do really, shouldn't I? Even though they're not that significant. Cover them with a bag or something like that. This is return. There's a return bit, but because it's not as important. Well, I'll make a quick note of position of things. The return cable sits. Break any of these. Close them up. Sits the lowest point. Oh, the electrical cable sits below them. These electrical connectors, and the return cable sits in this thing here, which I'm going to have to take off this bracket and that bracket later on. So, time to slacken. 17 on the top, 15 on the bottom. Advisable slacken them now when you've got a chance to keep hold of them. I'll use one of these tools here. 17 on the top, 15 on the bottom. Near perfectly straight. I mean, going that way. That broke. Just note how much effort it took. Same method should be applied. You should stack in these ones up first because it's got no one. Yeah, these ones should be stacking up here. Get ready to soak up the fuel. Because that one will be bound at the top. You want to see what I mean is the top one should be tight. What is it? I'll loosen that. I'll do that. I might move that. Okay. So just note how tight they are. Just do them up the same way. So same for them. Make sure. I'm just going to slacken these three, concentrating one at a time. Soak up the extra fuel that comes out. But also, let's use one of these Sharpies to mark the number They look kind of non-idiot proof, and I'm kind of a bit of an idiot, and probably a bit on there, so I know which way it came out. Can't do it on the other bits. Do you see? Mark the number and which way up it is. No, it kind of just tells you open bits at the bottom. That's the same for each of them. Yep. It is kind of idiot proof. Right. So, don't know what's going to happen when I loosen it. I'm not sure. So, it says they give a little clean down and rapid clean. It says they suck it out. The book says to disconnect them and discard them, but got to be kidding. Fit blank plugs to the injectors, which in my case would be blank plastic bags, I think. So, naturally I'll take this one off first and soak it up from here. So note there'll be fuel. So a cloth to soak it. Which way doing it? So that is all there is between. Already, the flaming Sharpie instructions is wiped out. Alright, so that job. There's nothing coming up. Alright, so it's definitely cover. Most definitely. That's where the injectors are. And I'm going to do this. Firstly, this pipe, put in a bag. This is the spots that easiest leave. Ain't there, it will crack. The doggy bags should have a handle on it. Why am I struggling with a doggy bag? Right, so not 100% worried about it because I'm going to take that off, but I will cover it a little bit. This is the one I really need to tie off. Yeah. Right, so drag it up, label it or something. It should be alright, it's got numbers on it. 1. That's clean doggy bag. 2 or 4. So I've got all the injectors covered up. So, well, just in case the job fails and I've got to give up on it, I guess. It's worth covering up. This one's not, of course, I've got to work on it. It says that they pry this off. And these must be they do come loose. Oh, okay. Pry bar job. Notice that they are, the 2 flaps are pointing outwards. So they come off. I guess I'm just going to leave it loose. Rubber seal in the middle. This bit. Okay. Don't drop anything in the Alright, so clean it off with a bit of brake cleaner. Just want to point out one thing. This return fuel pipe is fairly loose now. As I propped it up, look, there's a wear mark just there where this touches the plate here. And given time, that's going to wear through and leaky fuel pipe might be a nightmare. So what I'm going to do when this plate is off, I'm going to clean it and wrap it with electrical tape to give it a bit of cushioning. Right, at this point we're ready to take off these securing brackets, and this bracket here attaches this high pressure fuel inlet. So that looks, I don't know what it is, 13, 15, something like that. These look like 8 eights, I'm not sure what that is, we'll find out. Undo them. Makes sense to remove the wiring loom. Just want to make a point there. That bit there fit on top of that little screw here. Take that off. Injectors covered. So this comes off, otherwise the lid will be very difficult to take off. You might end up with a case of slipping and sliding underneath. Alright, so I guess rise it out. Need a pry bar. Funny pushy job easily. Comes off, breaks it. It'll feel a lot less restricted once it's off. This is the reason why you need to cover it, because there's a lot of pushing and shoving and bits of plastic might fall in there. Into the injector. Oh, right, in there, the pin, and that pin, I'm using a magnet, see if I can suck it out. Oh, okay. So I was going to use a pair of pliers, but that would screw up, wouldn't it? So that pin's pretty essential, isn't it? One way idiot proof. Right. Okay. So now I'm down to the bare bones, because that would have fallen out. Oh, hang on a minute, this screw unscrews. No, it doesn't unscrew, it just rotates. So far, not a lot of crud, but this is not behaving itself, is it? This one. This is full of shit. I'm doing it this way. The way the injectors would work. Filling up with carb cleaner. Now it's dripping, now it's a bit better. I bet perhaps it was under pressure, it'll be a bit better now. So, alright, so I hope this has been a good video. And fingers crossed I haven't screwed anything up and lost anything. I guess when I put it back, I'm going to put the spring on it, because it'll be hard to line the spring up. Put the spring on the needle, and then put the magnet on, and then kind of wedge them, drop it in, drop the spring on the there, and just trying to drop it in like that. Alright, so next job is really trying to clean these injectors. They're really screwed up, proper screwed up, proper for the crap, and that's my job. This is what I'm trying to do. My car kept dying on me, didn't it? Alright, please hit the like, subscribe button, and I'll give you the results. Screw up or not, you know me. I'll just say it as it is. If it's screwed up, the car breaks. Okay, when taking these retainer bolts off, when you take them off, unscrew them all the way, and it's like, if you pull them, this is a seal on it. This is a seal, make it airtight so the oil don't come back up. And when you take the brackets off, there's a seal there, seal there, seal there. So it's tempting when you lift up, these two are going to fall off. That's going to fall off, that's fall off. You might not drop these, but these definitely fall off. So remove them first, preemptive it, and remove them. If you already haven't done so, remove this vacuum pipe from the inlet just after the air filter. This plug needs to come out as well. Just push on a tab with a screwdriver, push on a grey tab at the top, and you'll just gently and just release it. I snapped all these fucking tabs off, but to get this off, but never mind. I only meant to go in one way. So the lid is ready to take off. I've left this on. I took the rubber seal off, but I left this cap on it. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping it will just slide off. Felt it move. I guess it's time to take the bags off, otherwise it will go. So keep these on here on the rail. Just be more gentle with it. It says to discard the seal. No way. Unless it's all melted away, I'm not going to do that. As you can see in the zoom out, there's a rubber seal there. Perfectly fine to me. That's alright, but I will clean the top of this thoroughly. So now that's exposed. Next job is to crank out. Plastic falls straight in there. Crank out the. It's a long time since I looked at these. Last time was a Ford Fiesta Mark 1. Last time I took the cover. Anything like this. And just to redo the shot it. What did I do? I used to change the tappets. It's the variable timings to screw up the feeler gauge and things like that. I've done all that before. Those are the days, aren't they? But these days, not just do it, and especially on this car, because it's automatic tappets, it will adjust itself automatically. So there they are. They are exposed. And there's meant to be some cap on it. And there's the cap there. There, I'm pointing at the right one. I'm pointing at the middle one. There, down the bottom, looks like a 19. I don't know if I've got the right. I think it's at 17 now. It's 17. Crank it open, and then the injector lifts out. Right, so the injector, there is when I undo them, should be a washer there. This is to remove and change the washer and the seal. Seal, yeah, definitely. I'll see if I can find one equivalent. If not, same old one, I'm afraid. Need a quite odd tool. Like I had this from years and years ago, because the injector's a white tool. There's nothing I'll fit down it. I'm not sure what this is. Let me try and get it in camera. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Spark plug remover or something a bit too thick for a spark plug, but I had it. It's a 21 anyway. If you can find tools, you've got to go past all those. Put it in there already. It's got to go past all those rockers. I'm not even sure. I mean, it looks a bit flimsy, but it was made in the 80s, so I'm not sure. Still keep it clean. The injector holes are quite large, really. Fits in there. Make sure it fits in there fully. Then you turn. Check the injector will point straight up. So the injectors will be a bit tight. I'll clean the inside of this, of course. Make sure it fits in there. Yeah, it covers all the. Stick a larger screwdriver or something you can find, and then twist off. So note the amount of pressure we shall see. Note the electrodes at the front. You'd expect 2 hands. But yeah, that's tight. Okay, that was tight, right? So when you tighten it up, so get a magnet ready. Catch anything. Get rid of all these tools. Away. to try and catch any washers. Cloth here, just I mean, it fell down there, fish it out, but it falls down the engine and forget about it. So when I unscrewed it, it's completely off. The book says it will be a bit tight, and it wasn't. So just lift it straight off. I'm going through some more of my book now, isn't it? Just keeping that. I'm just going to shove this down there. Pick up on the washer. I'll leave that on there for a second. No washers down there. It doesn't matter if oil gets in there. Right. So should be so this hole wasn't like how it was described. This was not a separate cap. This is screwed in completely. Whoops. It's screwed in completely. It's one long sleeve, very tight. Alright, next job. So injector 1, look very carefully. The injector values are this there on injector 1, and it's the same as the ones I wrote down ages ago. This is the one I got from my scan tool, so they match. So I guess if you ever lose the code and you need to put it back in, you need to take the injector off to find out what code it is. So I'm not sure how to take this apart. Seems to be a nut here at the top. I guess this comes off, and this is still looking like a washer to me. I'm going to give that, oh, there is crud around there, that's why it's not coming off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my other magnetic tray, catch it, clean the crud off. Notice I'm doing it on the surface where anything falls, I will catch it. And don't know about you, but I don't see any bloody holes in their injectors. They look well clogged. So I might have to put it in a vice in a minute. We'll see. Clean it off first. Soft cloth, I guess, and carburetor cleaner maybe. Just a tip there. Really. Make sure you clamp it in real tight on the big clamp like this. The tighter the easier. Make sure you clamp down, and you put a 15 on there. Long socket at the top. Nice long levered bar. I've got my magnet handy. It falls off. So that now it unscrews. Your finger on the top. This was on really tight. Really tight. Don't know what to expect. But I don't want to do it on here. I've just got a feeling things are going to fall off. So I'm just going to put that magnet there. Undo this. Take it over to the... So it just fell off as I took it here. And let me get this on the camera. Let's see. Okay, I'm in camera. So there's a round thing, round circle there, and equivalent fits there. Nothing falls off. You can go deeper. You can prise this off. I think this just comes off. You can do it deep, kind of clean, or shallow. And okay, see that? I'm doing this on camera. I'm spraying it down this hole here. The return fuel thing, right? If it's going there, it's coming straight out there. Let me have a look. I don't even see this. It's coming out one of the holes down there. One with a bit of a lip on it. Alright. That's a good thing, isn't it? There's no way I'll be able to do this. No way the pressure will be enough. Oh, I don't know about that. There's no hole at this end. If I put my glasses on, one drop of this would burn my eyeball, I reckon. So, there is a way where you can take all this off. I don't think it's necessary in our case. It don't look like quadding. But this says don't really need to take that off. So here, if I spray through the big hole here, I think it's meant to come out in sprays, you know. Alright, this wants to fall out. Ooh, that's delicate, isn't it? There's a spring in there. And there's a spring on its own. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. It all falls apart. Like that. Right. I guess like that. Like that. Nope, not like that. And this. Yeah, it comes off like that. I mean, these can ruin your car and your injector time. There's these pins that keep it together. I reckon it got as well. These pins kind of move. Alright, they're guide pins. So this one's idiot proof. Something like that. A little spring came out, there's no crud in there. But the tip of it is well cruddy. So not worth taking that apart. With this, I reckon so. So I'm just going to magnetise that. Magnetise that on my capture tray. And try not to screw around with this. I just picked up a whole load of iron filings, believe it or not. It couldn't make my injectors any worse, really. It's pretty bad. I've got loads of iron filings underneath. And this is kind of magnetised. Oh, because I stuck the magnet in it. Right. So this, you put it up. Dribble out, right? It's so jammed up with shit. It's not. Anyway. So the way I think I should clean injectors is, whether this pin falls out. There should be a pin, I reckon, in the middle. There should be a pin in the middle. I'm going to gently tap it. See if it comes out. Alright, give me a second. So I've got some contact cleaner, electrical contact cleaner. It's not really a full bottle in there, but we're looking for five bursts in different directions. I don't know, let's have a look. See what you get. I'm pushing a straw right up next to it. I definitely count 4. Let's have a look. Yep, 5. And that's the last bit of clean. I guess the interior is more important than the exterior. So that one's good, I guess. It's coming out in 5 neat sprays. So yeah, thumbs up, please. Hit the thumbs up. Make a comment. I think all injectors are different, so it's essential where you got this when you're getting this part, spray everything out so if it falls, if it drops, you can catch it. Alright, and tightening up is a reverse of taking it apart. I'm just going to go through the parts in this. This end part, keep your thumb on there, there's a little spring in there. Carburetor spray into the and it should come out on this end, a little hole in there, one of the holes, I don't know. The spring comes out. I'm not willing to take any more apart on this side, but you can, this can pop out in theory. I'm just going to leave it. So there's a spring there, there's a hole at the top, spray that one through same way, spray that one through same way. Notice this one comes out, you just see it flip out like a little disc. A little disc in there, it rotates and comes out, be careful of that. So, and then there's the spring and this, catch it with a little magnet like I did. To put it back, it's kind of tricky. Make sure, you know, I've got run loads of carburetor fluid through there and it's come out clear. And I'll put the long straw in there with the electrical cleaner, sprayed it. Five nice jets came out, which is great. I don't know if you can see, there's a little hole at the top. That little hole, make sure you do that. That's clear. So that hole matches the hole at the top of there. I don't know if you can see the top of that in there. So that hole matches that hole, and they're two. I don't know if it's idiot proof. It could be idiot proof. Probably is idiot proof actually. It's offset a bit. It's not right in the middle. These two dowels. Right. So it's good. I was worried. Well, one of the injectors I put it in wrong. This is the fourth one. The third one's well blocked up. All these were completely blocked. Right. So putting them back together. Okay. Put the spring on the top. Like that. Or the little pin. You could lubricate a bit of oil or something if you want. I mean, what I mean by that is WD-40, not thick oil. Pop that in there and give a little spin. It should sit. It should go all the way in, like that. Match the hole. So that indent goes on the spring. No, that's popped out now. No, I didn't want it to pop out. It's popped out. Right, put that back in. That hole matches that hole, and this one's definitely idiot proof. Goes in there like that. So the best way I found of putting these back together, slide it in, and if it fits all right, as you rotate it, if you put your finger on that little thing there and you rotate it, the tip should rotate because it's catching everything, right? So you know you've got it in there properly. The thing is, now you want to fit the other end in, you want it pumped back out a little bit, like so. Not too much though. One half of it should still be compressing the spring. You want it to come out just a little bit. If you're using pliers to pull these out, be careful. I would cover the pliers with tape. Use a magnet. Right. So that fits on there. Remember that little spring? Make sure they don't fall out. The two dowels fit on one in the last two holes, the two dowels. If anything wants to pop out again. So on the dowel, and then turn it like so, so it's sitting on it. Spin the tip or the bottom, and if you've got it all lined up properly, you should be able to screw it all the way down no problem by hand. If you're getting feeling resistance or it's not screwing all the way down, something's wrong. Don't force it. So it's gone all the way to the bottom of the thread, see it? Alright, so obviously tighten up the way it was tightened before and you took it off really tight. And when I put these back in later on, I'm going to install the top fuel pipe, and then I'm going to spray it down with electrical cleaner again. Alright, now please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching.